Yeah, I am the tax man. I didn't sing that. I just said it.
Is this the Monkees?
Don't ever say that again. Okay,
we've had this.
I am attorney.
I'm just not a Beatles guy.
I am an attorney, Stephen Leahy, and I am the tax man on the IRS Radio Hour on AM 560. The answer. We're here today with Deborah Schreiner, our technical producer, my co-host, my good friend.
Wow, really?
My nephew,
Deborah, I miss 1 week and I get shade like that.
That's the way it works.
That's right. We did the show without you before. We'll do it again.
Listen to our sponsors.
And now, here's that man with a head just crammed full of knowledge, Mr. Knowitall.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Knowitall, the segment where Attorney Stephen Leahy answers all those questions that we have burning deep inside in relation to taxes.
Yeah, well, first I wanted to also...
I want to clarify something.
Okay,
it's not
ahead.
in relation to taxes because it's just a part of what you do.
That's right.
It's tax law.
Well, taxes and tax law and other debt-related issues.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's not like taxes, so I can't ask, well, if I have a Schedule C and I need to put this under that. No, he's not going to do he's not like a tax preparer.
I don't prepare. I have great tax preparers who work for me, and for tax planning and things, you need people who really understand tax preparation and do that for a living. I don't do that for a living. I'm a tax attorney. I help people fight the IRS and other things, but I have tax preparers who work for me who are just great at what they do, and I think the best in the business. Like Deborah's the best in the business there because that's what she does. I have tax preparers who are the best in the business. Like you're let's not think. We won't go to that example.
Me, I am the best in the business.
I'm just teasing you, Jim.
Ask my clients.
I understand.
Jim Leahy with that Properties, 847-271-3695.
You're the very best. But today I was kind of torn between what to talk about because I have two really great issues to talk about.
Why don't you talk about how you missed me?
Well, that's true. I told you that already. But here's the two issues. The two issues are, one had to do with what a revenue officer is, and I'm going to talk about that next week. Okay, what a revenue officer is and why you should be concerned if you get a revenue officer, and the differences between a revenue officer and a revenue agent and appeals officers. We'll talk about that next week. But this week I wanted to talk about a call that I got about a guy who called me the day after he went to the confirmation of sale of his home. He lost his home to foreclosure, and he wanted me to bring a motion. And he was served what they call by publication. And what that means is instead of having a process server coming out to your house or a sheriff and handing you a copy of the complaint, they try to do that. They can't get you served, and so they serve you by publication. They just put a notice in the newspaper, and that's how they get you served. Okay, and that's how he got served. Well, one of the things that this gives you, sometimes it gives you an avenue to bring a motion to vacate or what they call quash service. You say, wait a minute, I wasn't served correctly, and if you don't serve me correctly, then you don't have jurisdiction over me.
I've had complaints about that in the restaurant business.
And if you don't have
if
you don't have jurisdiction over me, I'm running out of time. That's why I gotta ignore your joke.
I apologize.
If you don't have jurisdiction, then you can't pass a judgment, and you can't sell my home because you don't have proper jurisdiction, and I can prove that. And it's not a done deal if they served you by publication, but there is an argument there, okay, that you can do that. So I told the guy I could bring this motion and we could win it. I don't know enough to tell you that we are going to win it, but if we do win it, then you're going to go into court and they're going to get jurisdiction over you, and you may or may not get a low modification or anything, and it might just prolong this time, and then at the end of this, they will get a money judgment against you, the deficiency, the difference between what I owe them and what they sell the house for. In this situation, he owed about $180,000. They sold it at auction for $47,000. Okay, so big difference, $110,000.
Very much so. Yes.
That's what be the deficiency. They can sue me for that. But here's the thing: if they serve you by publication, they can't get a money judgment against me. So they can't come after me for that deficiency. So I had to warn the guy, yes, we can do all this. You can pay me. I can go. We can win. And then we can lose. And then you're going to be, that's going to add more money that you owe them because they're not going to collect any mortgage from you. And you're going to owe them more money. And then they're going to get a money judgment against you. And they're going to force you to go into bankruptcy. The way it is, there's no money judgment against you. You can walk away from the house and you don't owe them anything. And
so it's kind of like, hey,
I told him, don't hire me. Okay, think about this. Don't hire me because I think it's my own. First, I don't like to take these motions anyway because it's the last minute. So this was a 5-year-old case. The guy waited 5 years before he went to get a lawyer, and so I don't like to take those cases. But I wanted to give him good advice, and that's people don't understand. If you get served by publication, they can't get a money judgment against me, and if they do get a money judgment against me, I'm going to get in trouble for that deficiency, and they can come after me and freeze my bank account and all of that bad stuff
like
that they could do.
Hey, take your lashing and
Anyway, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
See, Attorney Stephen Leahy, that's why it's so important to call and ask open tax resolution when I have an issue such as this because, I want to go out there and win. I want to do it, but you might not be the best decision.
Exactly.
Listen, cooler heads can prevail. Let's talk about this. So the only way you're going to get your question answered, the only way you're going to have your particular situation addressed is by calling Attorney Stephen Leahy with open tax resolution 312-664-6649 or visit ChicagoTaxTeam.com. It's going to be your hub to fight the IRS. You won't get any answers if you don't call, if you don't ask the questions. So don't let this creep up on you, this cascading tax issue, okay? Let's see our sponsors come back on AM 560.
The answer.